Ahoy mateys, welcome back to another Captain Patriot video. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. We are taking another trip across the seas of stupidity, this time into the rough waters of Hasan. Very, very stupid. A lot of waves, a lot of, whoa.
Here, let's talk about our favorite flags.
Oh, like overall, what my favorite flag? Yeah. Hezbollah. Look it up.
Oh.
That's a crazy idea. Whoa.
Is a paramilitary organization that is also a part of the Lebanese parliament.
Do we like them or no?
I don't have an issue with them, let's just say.
There we go, supporting terrorism again. Whoa.
It doesn't necessarily matter if he is personally, ideologically invested in Nazi ideology versus entertaining it, because at this point you have opened up your environment to Nazis. Like you are giving them a space.
There he goes, calling Aspen Gold a Nazi. Whoa.
Ethan Klein is very similar to Donald Trump in many ways. Donald Trump will let bygones be bygones as long as you offer fealty, or as long as he can use you. Ethan sees Asmongold and XUC as allies. Ethan sees a bunch of neo-Nazis as reliable allies.
There he goes, comparing Ethan Klein to Donald Trump. Whoa. We're going to have a lot of fun with this video today because we're going to go through Hasan's response to Ethan Klein's new video. Ethan Klein, basically, if you haven't seen the video, I'm going to just sum it up. I'm not going to show you that video. If you haven't seen it, you should go watch it yourself. But basically, Ethan Klein announces that he will be suing 3 creators for reacting to his content nuke he dropped on Hasan. These 3 creators are Denims, Frogan, and the one who smokes a lot of weed. The forgettable one. Casey Tron, I think. But regardless, we're going to talk about Hasan because Hasan's response to Ethan Klein announcing that he will be suing these 3 creators was, if anything, more of like a whiny, complainy, why wasn't I included sort of response video. So without further ado, let's take a look at some of the clips that I have pulled from his video, and let's try and see if we can make sense of any of this stuff.
It turns out Ethan's initial content nuke, by his own estimation, by his own statements, was actually a trick, was a trap. He wanted to basically sue everyone that watches the content nuke.
Oh, he wants to sue everyone who's ever watched that video.
He wanted to basically sue everyone that watches the content nuke.
He wants to sue everyone who watched the video. Like, when you phrase it in such a way, it destroys any credibility you might have to your argument, because it paints you as the person who's incapable of actually having any level of nuanced conversation. Instead, it's, you know, he does this to 3 people. He's suing 3 people. Ethan Klein is suing 3 people, but according to Hasan, he's suing anyone who wants to watch the video. It's like, it's so brain dead, okay? It's completely devoid of any sort of genuine, authentic, intellectual comment, okay? It's devoid of anything remotely close or resembling an intellectual thought or idea. It's completely devoid. But, you know, according to Hasan,
he wanted to basically sue everyone that watches the content nuke. And he's, Mr. Copyright Infringement is trying to litigate the resentment that people feel towards him once again, which I think is very weird. And he is he's launched a lawsuit against Frogan, Denims, and Casey Tron. Now, a lot of people watched his content nuke. I don't know why he only sued those people.
Oh, another floundering fish in the sea of stupidity, drowning in his own stupidity. He could have just watched the video that Ethan uploaded to figure out why those 3 people were singled out. But no, that requires you to swim a little bit. It requires you to put in some effort and not drown beneath the waves of your stupidity. And yet here we are talking about it. So here, I will play the clip that will explain to you, Hasan, on your soft brain, how this came about, why these 3 were selected rather than every single person who watched the video.
Now, I want to make it clear again, and I hope it's been obvious about why I'm suing these 3 people and not others. These people not only violated all of the principles of fair use, they also did it maliciously. And that's the part that really got me. Even though theoretically I could sue a lot more creators and rake in millions of dollars, but the purpose of this is not financial gain. People like XQC and Asmongold may have watched the entire thing, but I would never sue them just for doing that. I don't want to chill the reaction community into fear.
There you go, Hasan. It's super simple. All right. Had you just watched the video, you might know that, but you didn't, so you don't. It's really that simple.
It's not that I wanted these people to steal my video. It's that I knew they would. I knew they would watch the entire video, add little to no commentary, react to it instantly, giving them no time to form an opinion. The trap was set and it worked even.
Yeah, except I didn't do any of those things, which I feel like is a major failure of a trap. He begged me to watch it for months. He cried on camera that I just refused to watch it. And then I even told him I'd watch it alongside him if necessary. And then I ended up watching it months later to fundraise, and it's a 8-hour reaction for even half of the content nuke.
Dude, I swear, it's like Hasan is deaf. It's like words go in one ear, they like don't make it to his brain, they ricochet out the same ear, and then he starts spewing nonsense gobbledygook.
I knew they would watch the entire video, add little to no commentary, react to it instantly, giving them no time to form an opinion. The trap was set and it worked even.
Yeah, except I didn't do any of those things.
Exactly, and that is why you are not being sued, Hasan. My gosh, it's like talking to a rock. Like, oh my gosh, dude, it's like fucking insane.
Like, I don't even know if this was like a setup, because it doesn't make sense. Because on the one hand, why would you admit that you were doing entrapment? Like, you wanted people to go react to your video. You said you wanted people to go react to your video. You said anyone and everyone can even, make money off of your videos in the past when we had a podcast together, only to then turn around and be like, actually, I got you. You reacted to my video, and therefore you're done.
I think this is actually my biggest complaint about people like Hasan, right? Like when people talk about politics or any sort of social issue or really just anything in general, my big complaint about people like this are the people who are super disingenuous with the point. They try to misrepresent what you're saying. They will intentionally try to twist your words so that they have something to argue against. And I see this all the time. And what Hasan here is doing is basically saying that these people were reacting, which Ethan Klein has already demonstrated in his video that they were not, that they were intentionally trying to steal viewership away from his video, away from his content, by basically just effectively re-uploading his video, right? Without giving credit to him, without, redirecting people to go watch his video on his channel. So I think there was intentional maliciousness there, which is exactly what Ethan said, which is the clip that I pulled and already showed you guys. It's just so disingenuous. And it's like, how are you supposed to argue or take seriously someone who is intentionally misrepresenting your perspective or your point? Like if I were to just re-upload the entire video, would that count and like put like, I don't know, a still frame of me on the screen? Would that count as a reaction? Right? Like is this Hasan's argument is that like you could just re-upload the entire content nuke, and as long as you have one frame of your face at some point during the video, that counts as a reaction video? Right there, it's a waste of breath. It's a waste of time to try and explain to these people how they're being disingenuous, because a disingenuous person is going to continue to be disingenuous. They're not going to take what you're saying seriously, and they're not going to take it with any sort of honest approach. And I think that's the main thing that Hasan is doing here, and it's gross.
Well, that was his desire. His desire from the start was for everyone and anyone to watch this, so that everyone could know about the dangers of me being a terrorist. He said it in the context nuke on numerous occasions.
Oh boy. It seems like everyone knows now that you're a terrorist supporter, Hasan, okay? Including the US government, apparently, after they stopped you at an airport. So you know what? I think if anything, his video was quite successful on that front. Now, I try and be charitable where I can, and so I'm going to be, because I don't like Ethan. I don't like Hasan. I don't really like anyone. But you know what? Ethan says that it's not about the money. It ain't about the money.
Even though theoretically I could sue a lot more creators and rake in millions of dollars, but the purpose of this is not financial gain.
He is not suing Frogan, Denims, or Casey Tron for money, and yet at the very end of the video, he says this.
What I do hope, though, is that you'll support their crowdfunding efforts to defend themselves, because let's face it, I want to make sure there's money left over for me when I win my lawsuits. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's been a great time. I'll see you around.
Now, while I think that this is a little bit undermining for Ethan's whole point, I also think it's, you know, it's his right, it's his money, it's his content. If people are stealing it, re-uploading the entire video, I think he has the right and should have the right to go and sue those people for money. But my whole thing is like, if you're going to say that it's not about the money, then don't at the end of your video say that you're looking forward to them being crowdfunded so that you get money. That's just it. That's my one thing. That's my one thing about Ethan's video that I was like, I don't like that. Not a fan. But anyways, that is my take on all of this nonsense that's going on. More slop for the slop tubers, baby. We love it out here. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like and subscribe. It really means a lot to me. But otherwise, take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.